Hello everybody, Hunter back with some more Zenless Zone Zero. We continuing from the previous video where a client asked us to go into the hollow to try and find some bringer's belongings. We found his notepad, but she also set us up. She went there to die. Pretty dark. Then the game gave us control of Hugo, that's what we're doing now. So let's see what's awaiting us. It says meet with Hartman. Your invitation has been confirmed. Esteemed guests, would you like to enter the private suite now? Enter the suite. Okay. Hey, look, this is where we went to go to the auction. Okay. You're the one who has business with Master Hartman, correct? Master Hartman's time is extremely valuable, and he has graced you with this meeting amid his busy schedule. I sincerely hope you bring something substantial to the family. Aha, worry not. I stand here precisely because I have enough leverage. You had you had better. I thought I was going to say letter, but it was better.
How about it? Will you work with me?
Huh?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
He's the guy we were battling with in the auction room.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in Tops will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for Tops.
You want to join Tops? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word. But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with Tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
Hartman calls over the waiter and pours out 2 glasses of some expensive-looking deep crimson liquid. He lifts his glass and nods to Hugo before draining it in one gulp. Hugo flashes a smug grin as he follows suit and takes a gulp.
Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition. It's good luck.
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes.
Father! We have to punish him! Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled. He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who is willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But I...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
Father! Before this, I was #1.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Oh, we already know what happened to his father from a previous video.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
You'll reason like Con separated ways with him, went against him.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long.
Wonder if this part by you set in the Yanosna is way later than when he murdered his father.
Soon, it'll all be over.
This is just set before the auction, right before we were bidding on that cloak that had the gemstone attached to it. Yeah. On the other side, after Hugo leaves, Proxy, you look like you have something to say about that chosen one. Well, truth is, we've always wanted the chance to work with you. Hugo said you're the best proxy he's ever met. The chosen proxy, in other words, chosen one. Fine, I believe you. By the way, are you free now? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk outside with me? Anyways, fine. You arrive at Lumina Square with Vivian. Alright.
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. You're a child that only brings misfortune.
Wow, thanks.
People have been saying that about me for a long time. Why do I only predict suffering?
I've never
If I
noticed a
could
city in the
predict
background
happy
before.
things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all.
Now you can look into the future, but you can't change it.
So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift.
Am I gonna say anything?
Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet.
She's still haven't figured out who we are. She can see into the future, but she doesn't know who we are.
I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self.
I think my character's gonna sleep with his eyes open. Look at him.
Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible.
Come on, dude, say something.
By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past, but judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason.
But you have the same color eyes as him.
And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
Seeming you don't know much about him, you seem to know a lot about him. What's your take on Hugo?
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him.
After chatting for a while, you say goodnight to Vivian. It's getting late. Time to head back to the video store and get some proper rest. Alright, so what's it gonna say now? Talk to Belle? Go on, say it. Say it. Quest pop up and con. Talk to Belle, I knew it. Wise, you're a bit late today. I had a long chat with Vivian. I had a chat about life with a friend. I'll do that. I see, well it's getting late. You should call it a day, Wise. Once Vivian and the others get in touch, we'll have a lot to investigate. Wise, Vivian contacted us. She said you'll be investigating the Hollow tomorrow. Besides her, Hugo and Lycon Ambi, whom we recommended before, will also be joining this operation. She'll explain the details when she comes to pick you up at the video store tomorrow. But are you still planning on heading straight into the Hollow like you did the last few times? I'm used to it. Vivian and the others will protect me. We gotta let her know that we're gonna get protected, right? She's worried about us, so do I. Alright, with so many friends around this time, you should be in good hands. I'll wait for you at home then. No matter what happens, remember safety first. Now let's get some rest. Continue. After a good night rest, the morning arrives as promised. You know, before talking to her, let's do our daily video store thing. Yeah, get some money. Let's put Corin in charge of the video store. Tips, put the recommended in, open, confirm. Here we go. Good morning, Proxy. Long story short, we analysed the locations marked in Bringer's notebook and found no pattern between the coordinates, but they all seem well hidden. Hugo suspects that we might find something stashed at the coordinates, but it's unclear whether it will be pleasant or terrifying. In any case, we need to investigate. Our destination today is the Ballet Twins. Let's head there together. Yeah, we haven't been there in a long time. Let's have a look.
It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were running late. This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy.
Oh.
It's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy.
You're right.
You're right.
Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be, but you're definitely the best proxy I've ever met in person. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled, and he said we'd get along great. I never expected he'd be so right. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Wow. Does Phaethon really have merch?
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original merch, like screenshots of old internet comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards. Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all.
Wow.
I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.
I appreciate that. Yes, please do.
I'm really curious to see all that. Please be sure to show me.
Splendid. Let's book a time and you can come by my place and see all my Lord Phaethon merch.
Alright.
Speaking of which, what's taking those two so long? Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
How's she gonna react if she does find out that we're Phaethon? Is she just gonna like pass out? Is she gonna attack me? We'll see. Meanwhile, Hugo's preparing for the upcoming operation in another part of Lumina. Some old routine shopping first. About time to stock up on my chocolate anyway. Okay. Rations, bottled water, and those chocolate coins. I'll take all of them in a bag. Thank you. At this moment, a familiar figure appears. Hugo? Oh, what a coincidence. I didn't expect to see you here. Evidently, I didn't expect it either. Otherwise, I would have chosen a different store. Are you preparing for the operation? Are you blind? Oh, by the way, thank you for joining us this time and lending us your combat prowess. If you could also refrain from revealing our secrets to your dear master, that would be perfect. The manager went over this with me. You have my word that as long as your actions do not cause harm, I will keep everything secret. How awfully kind of you. Alright, in short, we're short on time, so I'll be off. Enjoy your shopping. Okay, then over here, to a pharmacy. Emergency medications need restocking too. Guess I'll stick to the ones I'm used to. Huh? At this moment, the familiar figure appears once again. You know what, Lycon? If I were in your shoes and foresaw an awkward encounter with a former partner, I choose to go our way. Time is short, and this is the only pharmacy around. Besides, I don't see any need to avoid you. Okay.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
If I was stalking you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us. I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this Without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first established Mockingbird.
Indeed. That was a long time ago. Thankfully, Jack went in peace.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions. Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for phantom thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always supported the idea, didn't he?
I don't have any objections. But what should we call it then?
How about Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls of others to blend in. The same way we don high society roles for ourselves when we're out on a mission. Oh, oops. I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name, then.
No, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our next mission. Besides, we still ran missions together even when we didn't have a name. Having one now won't really make a difference.
No. It does make a difference, Lycon. And I don't just want a name. I want Mockingbird to become a symbol. Like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads. Striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name. Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair. So that's why we have to influence it however we can. And change things in our own way.
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to say. You remember, don't you?
Of course I remember. All right. I promise.
That sounded pretty forced. Don't forget, things don't end well for people who break their oaths.
I'm good for my word. You must trust your fellow companions. That's also something Jack would say. Well then, today's the day that Mockingbird will officially start flying. Our first order of business, deciding on our symbol.
Gonna design a logo together? Hugo and Lycon share a rare moment of peaceful reminiscence. Meanwhile, on the proxy side, the others joining the operation finally arrive. Yeah, we're finally going to do some combat.
Looks like we're all here.
Alright, other than the familiar faces, we also have a new friend joining us for this operation. Seems that Miss Amby is the reinforcements recommended by the manager. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Hugo. Hello, the proxy has already updated me on the necessary information. Rest assured I will keep it confidential. So, before entering the Hollow, let's confirm the mission's objective once again. We'll be heading to one of the coordinates marked in Bringer's notebook and searching the area. Based on the relevant information, these coordinates may contain secrets related to Exaltists. These could be treasures or something awful. We'll have to explore and find out. If there are no further questions, let's begin now. Is the Phaethon ever gonna learn like combat inside the Hollow? Or is it just we can't only run around? Hey, we're like gonna.
I didn't expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
Oh, are you familiar with this place?
More familiar than you, it seems.
Proxy, if they're being too noisy, can I take action?
Yeah. Nice. Go down the stairs.
I don't enjoy obstacles in my path.
The generator room should be nearby.
It's your console.
Over here.
Nothing else in here, is it? Yep, okay.
Wow.
Master Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It seems to be blocked.
Don't tell me. Victoria Housekeeping's high and mighty attendants can't even fix a simple circuit.
I can fix it, but I'll need a circuit diagram before I can do anything. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before. It's a pity that we're unable to connect to the outside world from inside the hollow.
Just leave that problem to me.
Just leave that problem to me.
Wise, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to you. Have a look.
Thank you very much, Master Proxy. Now then, let's start repairing this circuit.
Minigaming coming, isn't it? Master Proxy, I've organized the circuit related to the modules. You just need to connect them the same way as you've done before. Alright. Let's have a look. So, start with green, make sure to turn to blue. That will go there. Easy.
The circuit is fixed. We should now be able to open that door.
Wait up. Wait a second. Something just doesn't add up. It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow. And getting that circuit diagram. In theory, there's only one person who could ever do that. Could it be your
She
Lord
caught on. Wow.
Impossible. There's no way. But then again, only Phaethon could have done that. I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
That's me. I'm Phaethon. Nope, you've got the wrong person. Ah, what the hell.
That's me. I'm Phaethon. Sorry, I just never had the opportunity to tell you.
Unbelievable. Lord Phaethon, I've been your biggest fan for years now. Goodness me. Lord Phaethon was right in front of me all along, and I had no idea. This is like a dream. Could you, I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph and a group photo?
Sure, no problem. Let's wait until we're out the hollow first.
Anything you want, but let's get out of the hollow first, alright?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Guess I got a little too excited.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
We should keep moving. This isn't the best place for idle chit-chat.
She found out sooner than I thought she would.
The door's finally open.
Alright, let's go.
The proxy is Phaethon. Phaethon is the proxy. This is a dream. I never went to wake up.
The fissure over there should lead to our destination.
Okay, still haven't seen any of them bring us stuff.
Lycon, your fighting style wasn't so reserved in the past.
I've matured.
You call this mature? You're just being pretentious.
Damn, ice and lightning work really well together.
A difficult foe, that one. Let us leave this place at once. Ensuring Master Proxy's safety is our highest priority. Time to hunt.
I won't let anything happen to you, Lord Phaethon. Evolve. Fall back. Lord Phaethon, how are you feeling?
I think we killed him a bit too quick. I was having fun.
Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food?
Not that way.
Water?
Don't you? Yeah.
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine.
You're blocked off by a complicated mechanism.
Master, a complex mechanism has been detected ahead. To pass through,
We haven't
you
heard
need
of
to
Fairy in a
activate
long
all three
time.
smaller mechanisms. Suggestion: split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
So we gotta cover 3 different places.
So, we have to head to 3 different places to crack this thing.
Huh? We're splitting into 3 groups? In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy.
I can take care of one myself.
That leaves the last one to me, then.
You should go with Hugo.
What's that supposed to mean? We get along just fine, don't we, Miss Cunninghair?
I don't know what's going on with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying. This is a good chance for you guys to build some rapport.
Anby's got a point. Hugo, just go with Lycon.
You just want to be alone with your Lord Phaethon, don't you, Vivian?
Huh? That's not it.
Okay, it's all decided. We should talk it over again. Okay, it's all decided then.
Alright, sounds like a plan. It's all decided then.
If Master Proxy says so, then sure.
No matter what I decide, they're all happy to go along with it.
Lycon, you better not slow me down.
I really want to recommend you two some movies for a crash course on teamwork.
So if there are no objections, let's proceed with the assigned squads. You really enjoy posing as the leader, don't you? I believe everyone is well aware that within the Hollow, Master Proxy is the only leader. Do you enjoy arguing like this? Does it make you happy? Clearly it doesn't, Miss Amby. Lord Phaethon, are you tired? Would you like to rest for a moment? I'm fine. Let's keep moving. As the proxy said, let's make it quick, friends. Alright.
Lord Phaethon, there are too many ethereals here.
Lord Phaethon, I'll leave the door to you. Don't worry, I'll take care of these ethereals. I will not let these ethereal touch Lord Phaethon. Oh, what's this? Huh? You need to light up the data at all the points. Oh. There. Alright, let's continue on. In here, there's another console
Lord
command.
Phaethon, seems like we both need to... Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection. Sorry, I hope I'm not being too forward. Goodness me, somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. It's like all my dreams are coming true. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
No way. I'm real. No way.
No, this isn't a dream. I'm real. See? You can even hold my hand.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind. That's it. I pledge to be a die-hard Lord Phaethon fan until my very last breath.
I'm happy to hear that. Why do you like Phaethon?
I'm happy to hear that. Don't get me wrong, but... why do you like Phaethon so much, Vivian?
Lord Phaethon is my light, the one who saved me in my darkest, most desperate times. Like a deity who rescued me, You probably don't remember, but you really did save me that day. Wow, it's so embarrassing to say all this in front of you. Sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
Not bother at all. Thank you for your support. Not a bother at all.
No, you're not a bother at all. Thank you for your loyal support.
I should be the one thanking you. Just being able to see Lord Phaethon makes me the luckiest person in the whole world. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I wonder how the others are doing. I'm sure Anby will be able to manage. She's great at this kind of stuff. But as for Hugo and Lycon, let's just hope they don't get into a fight with each other.
There are too many ethereals here, though it's not a huge problem.
Down.
Not bad.
He is a lot of fun.
Wait a second.
The final step is to operate this console. Just like the movies, bringing down the lever with a single decisive pull. Great, no monsters. Let's go meet up with the others now. Meanwhile, on Lycon and Hugo's side,
So, we have to cooperate to solve this problem.
That's a real shame.
I have no intention of arguing with you right now. Master Proxy and Miss Vivian are elsewhere, and we must rendezvous with them post-haste.
What a coincidence. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just this once, we should trust each other. For the Proxy.
I have no objections.
does everybody want to bang me or
Very
what?
well.
Damn.
Then you'd better keep your word. I know you've never fully trusted me, Lycon. Even before it all fell apart.
Lycon is silent for quite a while, seeming to be caught in some memories from long ago.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Did something happen with him?
Hugo is an intelligent and gifted child. He learns everything I teach with ease. In time, he'll grow beyond me. Reach a place where people will marvel and look up to him as a beacon.
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, he always picks things up just a teeny bit quicker than me. But none of that matters, because I can overpower him easy.
I don't think being gifted is a good thing for him.
What do you mean?
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up. It's all become an integral, inseparable part of him. I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good. Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him with. I've seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives. But they all end up failing in the end. The path of light is narrow and fleeting. And the darkness is filled with such temptation that dropping your guard for even just a moment can send you spiraling straight into the abyss.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. That he won't become the dragon that must be slain. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root. I'm afraid I won't be there to help you. There's not much life left in this old body of mine. So then, Lycon, promise me now, you must hold his chain tight, to restrain him, to stop him, and when necessary, to choke him.
Back to the present, after a bout of not-so-happy cooperation, Lycon and Hugo finally managed to deal with the mechanism.
You've become slow. Or maybe you've been on guard against me this whole time, and that's what's slowing you down. Looks like I was right. Lycon. I hope you're aware that the one who betrayed Mockingbird and went to work for the Mayflowers was you, not me. I would never betray my companion.
I don't wish to repeat myself, but you should not break our oath.
That's the path I've chosen, and I'm going to stick to it.
But you know that path will lead you the wrong way.
Who are you to lecture me about right and wrong?
I believe any path that makes you feel pain must be the wrong one.
Your disgusting sympathies make me sick, Lycon. There's only ever been one person who can kill me or save me, and that is me.
Great, it worked!
Alright, let's continue. Hey everybody, we're back! After a while, the teams have completed their respective tasks. Everyone gathers again. I can't believe we're the last squad to arrive. Clearly, this is thanks to a certain somebody. You wouldn't have come in last place if you weren't so busy arguing. For perfectly coordinated partners such as Lord Phaethon and I, coming in first place is to be expected. Vivian is right. Shouldn't last place treat everyone... What? Place treat everyone else. They're talking about food? Alright, fair enough. Once we complete the mission, I'll treat Proxy to a meal. Since when did we all agree to a race? Everyone, the location marked in Bringer's notebook is not far from here. Let's move out. You hear strange noises coming from ahead.
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
Hold on, everyone. I'll go check it out.
It's probably multiple ethereals attacking. Just in case, I'll go with you.
Vivian, you should go with them too. Keep an eye on Lycon, will you? I'm worried he might sell us out to the mayor when he gets the chance.
I'd never do that. But if Miss Vivian wishes to join us, she's more than welcome.
Okay, then I'll go with you.
Why do you look so nervous?
Why do you look so nervous?
I've spent so much time by your side already. I need to get away from Lord Phaethon for a little bit, or I might die from this overwhelming happiness.
If that's the case, Miss Vivian, feel free to come along with me.
Okay. Alright.
Vivian stumbles off of Lycon as if in a daze.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
Sharp as always. But of course, I couldn't spoil it for her. She has to figure it out on her own. That's what makes it special.
You asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason.
Not only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for some reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I? I've always treated Vivian like my own little sister. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she looks a lot like Serena. I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago. Vivian really likes you, whether you're faith-in or just wise. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong, fair, and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. A kid as pure as her. She should stay alongside someone who walks in the light. Like you. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs? What do you mean exactly?
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until my father, a man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily, but I hesitated. I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me I didn't do it. Because of that, innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve to live. After that, I realized, sometimes, taking one life really can save countless others.
I understand where you're coming from. I can't agree with that. Damn, they gave us this choice. Ooh. Okay.
I understand where you're coming from.
I knew you'd understand. Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty, but you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So, I want to apologize to you.
Why apologize all of a sudden?
Why apologize all of a sudden?
You're incredibly strong, kind, capable, and really, really lucky. The world needs more people like you. Remember that revenge movie I told you about, Children of Devils? I still haven't found it, but I came across another videotape with the same name. Turns out, in that story, the children of devils are actually the children of gods. Sorry for rambling. Hope you don't mind. They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
Ooh, alright. Looks like combat's coming up. Huh. Maybe not.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken, that's a sacrifice in there.
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
If it does wake up, we'll be in serious trouble.
Ooh, sounds like there's a big boss in there.
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice like this? That means there must be at least a dozen of them. And that's only counting the ones we know so far. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them out there is terrifying. The Exaltists must have a way to revive them. And that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the Hollows. If they make their way into populated areas...
I'm afraid it will lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital. That's almost certainly what they meant by vengeance against all New Eridu.
We need to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them. I'll do this one.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them.
Thank you for helping me find this sacrifice. But sorry, kids. You won't be the ones to keep it.
It's that annoying old man. Why is he here?
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
You're from the Ravenlock family. So it was you.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate. If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a wolf tyrant, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
My ex-partner?
I'm not exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
Hugo takes one step forward, then walks over to Hartman's side.
Wait, Hugo, what do you mean?
I made a deal with Mr. Hartman in advance. So, would you kindly step aside and let us have this sacrifice? Of course, you can choose to refuse, but if you do, then I'll have to take coercive measures.
What did this guy promise you?
What did you offer him?
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join Tops. Who could say no to that?
No. Impossible. You promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian. I also told you, everybody lies. To hide their true intentions, people lie so smoothly, they don't even bat an eye.
You. What a wonderful show of betrayal and backstabbing! Bravo! I've got no interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind as to step aside? My men still have some delicate handiwork to do. To extract that sacrifice behind you.
Over my dead body.
Oh, come back.
Hugo, why in the world would you do that?
Instead of wasting your time on idle chatter, why not focus your energy on the battle ahead?
Your plans will never succeed.
It's useless. Don't you get it? You're not just going against the people in front of you. You're not going against me. Rather, the entire Ravenlock family, even the whole of Tops.
They already escaped through the fissure with the sacrifice. We have to catch up. We can't let them have the sacrifice. Okay. Up on top, I'm going. Yeah. Hartman's mercenaries are quickly dealt with.
Oh, you guys are such a pain. Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember. I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred. Seeing people tear each other apart like wild beasts, just like your decaying family. Does it comfort that dead conscience of yours?
You? What's that supposed to mean?
I am loving the look on your face right now. Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real. Let this pain sink in. It's karma for what you did to me back then.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me, do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo Vlad Ravenlock.
That's impossible. You're part of our family?
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
My dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other children, but sorry to disappoint, I'm still alive. I am the true heir to the Ravenlock family.
You're a bastard. You have no right to inherit the family.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund? That's impossible. You weaseled your way into Top's inner circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done. Just give up. You never even stood a chance.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? You were just putting on an act to fool this old man, right? I actually fell for it. Don't do that again. At least give us a heads up next time.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true. Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat again.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me. I'm not going to harm my own self-interests. Be it intel on the sacrifices or the core itself. I'm handing everything over to Master Edmund.
Why?
I just want to take back what's mine. If fate is not willing to give me justice, then I'll just have to seize it with my own hands. Stealing, robbing, lying, or betraying. I'll do whatever it takes.
Are we about to fight?
Even if it means selling your soul to the devil? You know about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at Tops would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what Tops wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die.
I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I have to do this. I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. For a permanent and absolute victory. We must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh. And persevere through the darkest hour. before dawn. Someone has to do it.
I don't think so. It's not too late for you to stop.
Hugo, it's not too late for you to stop. You can still walk away from this.
This is the path I've chosen. Without power, resources, or strength, we can't do anything. Mockingbird is the perfect example. All the talk about using our power to tip the scales of justice and hover over them like the sword of Damocles. It's just a delusion. In their eyes, we're nothing but annoying gnats. Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. Never in the past, not now, and never will in the future. None of it matters.
Don't become the kind of person you hate. I understand your feelings, but don't be consumed by it. Well, this one.
But even so, you shouldn't become the kind of person you hate.
Sorry, Proxy. I know what you're trying to say, but this isn't some children's story of a dragon slayer becoming an evil dragon. Sometimes, to slay the dragon, you must first become one. With sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. So I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the abyss. It's about time you kneel.
What the? You got time magic?
Give up.
Yeah.
Everything you just said, is that what you truly believe? Stand.
Of course. Are you surprised?
Right, going to waste all this
I
energy.
thought that Mockingbird was a failure.
No!
Not bad.
I don't want it to end like this. There must be another way.
There isn't, Vivian. This is the final lesson I'll impart to you.
Nah, for all the super energy back.
Those who cannot give up anything are destined to end up with nothing. Truth be told, Proxy, I envy you. The world. All right, you got me. But too bad. I have my own methods.
What are you doing?
Well then, make your choice. The sacrifice core, or your precious Phaethon. I know you took it. Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you that.
Okay, the core is yours. Just leave Lord Phaethon alone.
What a shame. Did you really think I'd keep my promise? That's right. This is the real me. What's the matter? Thinking of killing me? Didn't you say all life is precious? Drop your foolish facade.
I knew it.
He has inherited the seed of evil. Do not let it take root. When the time comes, you must be the one.
Go on, kill me. If you've got the guts, do it, traitor.
Damn.
Master Proxy, are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Never thought things would take a turn like this.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I just didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Lord Phaethon, I'm sorry. I had no idea Hugo would do that to you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
It's all right. No matter what, this isn't your fault, Vivian.
If only I'd noticed sooner. I should have realized earlier.
Vivian quietly walks to the edge of the rooftop. She hesitates for a long time and finally looks down. Naturally, nothing's there.
Hugo,
That's a hollow down there. If you need, I can arrange for someone to go in and search for his body.
That isn't necessary.
To be frank, I thought you'd hate him for his betrayal, Miss Vivian.
I do hate that he's keeping things from me, but all these years, Hugo's been like family to me. I believe he's still with us.
His injuries were so severe. I don't think so. Yeah, perhaps he's still alive.
I feel the same. It's possible he's still alive.
I'm terribly sorry, but I must tell you, it is impossible for Hugo to be alive. My hand went through his heart.
Thanks, dude.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone.
I was trying to keep a little bit of hope in it.
Hartman's gone. Probably slipped away during all the chaos.
I'm sorry, I was so focused on Master Proxy's safety. I wasn't paying attention to him.
Same, but it doesn't matter. We all know what he did. And he will pay for what he did today.
Yes. I'll be reporting all of this to the mayor. He's not getting away with this. Well then, now that it's all over, let's head back.
Meanwhile, not far away stands a mysterious figure. Huh? Who's this?
Another obstacle out of the way.
Entirely new character we've never seen before.
She's going to be pleased about this.
Huh.
May the Creator guide us.
Fear. Suffering.
Is this her scene in the future again? Wait, my character's gonna get wings?
And destruction. That's the future I see.
Vivian's standing below me and I have wings. Interesting. Huh. After exiting the hollow, Lycon takes his leave while Vivian returns to the video store with us, but for some reason she remains silent the entire way. Are you okay, Vivian? You've been a little out of it. Lord Phaethon, I'm fine, just a little distracted. After what happened, you should get some good rest for a few days. Yeah, I need more time to think about Hugo and the Exaltists. From what I know about Hugo, he could have easily taken down someone like Hartman. There was no need for him to put on such a show and to deliberately use you as a hostage, but I don't think he ever intended to harm you. What Hugo said in the end, I don't know. Something feels off. And that business with the sacrifice core, maybe there's some deeper, more terrible secret behind all this. I have a small request. It might sound a bit strange, but Lord Phaethon, can I stay at the video store for a few days? I just don't want to be alone right now. Sure, of course. If you need it, sure, of course. Yeah, we're not comfortable with leaving you alone like this anyway. Thank you. I'll sleep on the couch. I won't disturb Lord Phaethon at all. If I wake up and I find that everything was just a dream, how wonderful would that be? Damn. I was gonna say head to bed, right? Yeah. Right, everybody, I'm gonna end the video here for now. We'll continue on from here in the next parts, yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, everybody. Bye!